patients demand that, okay, let us first do this side, then we'll do some other side. But we forget that ultimately whatever we are doing, it has to function as a unit in the patient's mouth, and everything should be sturdy. It should last for years, and that will only happen if the force diversion is good enough. And because of this reason, we need to understand occlusal concepts not only in basal implantology but also regularly in the various other prosthetic planning which we do. Okay. Now, the one of the most common deteriorate when what happens is that the patients, okay, they defer the additional work. So what happens is that when the patients come to us, let's say for this side, and we ask them to change the bridging of this side, patients deny you because of the additional burden of the extra treatment, because they feel you're very comfortable. I always tell my patients, if you're changing the car tires, okay, you can't keep two new tires and two old tires. Even the new tires will not function well. So there is no point in doing dentistry where you have a deteriorated occlusal scheme, you replicate it on the other side. Few years later, now this is good enough, and then you lose this side, and then you have to replicate it. So the patient remains in the same circle throughout his lifetime, because he cannot get out of it unless you do it as a full mouth. So lot of cases you need to really sit counsel. Some people feel that, okay, I can just do this one side here, then I will do this side. You are forgetting the fact that you are creating an imbalance in the occlusion, and either your prosthetics will chip, or they will give up, they will debond, or ultimately your implants will suffer. Now, because the weakest link during the time of healing is the implants, mind you, when you drill and place an implant, there is a lot of remodeling are happening in the bone. So the weakest link in